human with tenderness, a man with human touch, a doctor with divine grace. Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah, not only by his profession but also as a person of nobility, sensibility and capability, is an incandescence in his field as a transplant urologist and a legend with remarkable matchless achievements. His commitment in performing 4,000 transplant surgeries reflects his dedication and efficiency. His glorious esteem in his field fetched him prestigious Padma Shri Award from Government of India and also received several other prestigious awards. Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah was born on April 1st, 1945 in the land of Red River and Blue Hills, Assam. He belongs to a remote village, Tingabari, near Mangaldoy town of Darang district. His parents, Muktaram Sahariah and Bhadreshwari. His family is into farming. He completed his primary education in the native village and joined higher secondary school in Mangaldoy for further education. After completing secondary education in 1962, Sahariah has secured highest marks in biology in the whole state. Could join the medical college in Guwahati the same year. A childhood dream of him materialized as he always thought of becoming a doctor to overcome the hurdles and scarcity the rural surroundings around him faced in terms of medical facilities and doctors. He was offered scholarship by the Assam state government in economically backward class quota to complete his medical education. Dr. Sahariah completed his medical course in 1967, standing fourth in order of merit in the university. Coming from a rural, poor family background, Dr. Sahariah's thirst and passion to gain mastery in medicine and become an expert in what he tends to practice made to move to Delhi to complete 1.5 years of house surgeonship in surgery at Safdarjung Hospital. After that, he was selected to the prestigious Postgraduate Medical Institute of Chandigarh for post-graduation in general surgery. Dr. Sahariah completed his MS in 1975, securing bronze medal in the final examination.
Dr. Sahariah and I go back a number of years, to 1976 in fact, to PGI Chandigarh. Dr. Sahariah was already a legend in the making. He was assisting Dr. RVS Yadav in his transplant unit and in doing transplants. But in 1987, the MS Ramaiah Medical College, where I was teaching, decided to start their own transplant unit. And since I was already there and trained in transplant surgery, they asked me to do the transplant, but they wouldn't accept my stint in the private sector. They wanted me to have a guide and a mentor who would help me start the transplant program in MS Ramaiah Medical College. And the first name that came to me was Dr. Sahariah. I called him up and he immediately agreed. He came over to Bangalore and we did 5 transplants together. For the first 3, he did them himself, and for the 4th and 5th, he sat out while I did the transplant. And then, something that nobody does nowadays. Dr. Sahariah went up to the college management and he said, there is no need for me to come. Ajit is quite capable of doing the transplants all by himself, and he stopped coming to Bangalore.
He worked as senior resident in general surgery until 1976. He also worked as pool officer under CSNIR, Government of India, in the Department of Renal Transplantation till 1978 in the same place, and continued as a lecturer in surgery, renal transplantation section up to 1981. Even though offers and opportunities for a lucrative job and career in abroad were before him, wooing to fly away, Dr. Sahariah decided to stay back and stand firm on his soil, which he felt is his responsibility to serve his motherland and fellow country people. wanted to pursue his career both in clinical and experimental surgery. Dr. Sahariah developed interest in experimental transplantation and started working in the field of experimental kidney and pancreas transplantation in 1972.
I distinctly remember my first transplant journey with Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah in 2004. As with any other patient undergoing dialysis and the health condition at that time, and psychologically so torn that all I needed was the confidence and strength to fight it out. I was flown out from my state in Assam to Hyderabad in my frail, weak condition, and I had left behind my 3-year-old baby with my siblings to travel to Hyderabad for the life-changing decision to undergo kidney transplantation.
He was also associated with the first successful renal transplantation at PGI, Chandigarh in 1973. The purpose of life found him, and the key to the path on which his everlasting journey has to be carried is destined, making him the surgeon par excellence in organ transplantation, especially renal transplantation. From 1973 onwards, Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah devoted his medical career and dedicated himself solely for the development of renal transplantation program in India. While Dr. Sahariah was working as a faculty member at the Postgraduate Medical Institute, Chandigarh, he was offered a position in Institute of Genetics and Hospital for Genetic Diseases at Amirpet, affiliated to Osmania University in Hyderabad, where he joined in 1981 and worked in it for 2 years. This can be treated as a turning point in the life of Dr. Sahariah, which finally made him to identify or recognize his field of action and launching pad towards greater heights in the profession, making him the highly reputed transplant urologist of this century in this country with a marathon of accomplishments. In 1981 May, Dr. Sahariah took the charge and performed the first renal transplant operation in the state of Andhra Pradesh. First kidney transplant was done at Guwahati Medical Hospital.
Myself, Dr. Muhammad Farhan Ahmed. I was diagnosed with chronic kidney failure immediately after completing my MBBS. I was on dialysis for almost 6 months. I met Dr. Sahariah sir at Kim's Hospital, Secunderabad. Dr. Sahariah sir is an amazing person, very knowledgeable and a compassionate doctor. Me and my family had many doubts regarding the renal transplantation surgery, but sir was very patient and kind enough to clarify each and every doubt of ours, and he made me and my family very comfortable. My mother donated her kidney to me. I underwent renal transplantation surgery in the year 2009. I had no complaints whatsoever in the post-operative period or even after that.
Dr. Sahariah never hesitated in acquiring the knowledge and experience in making him the best ever surgeon in his specialized field of medicine. He underwent training in experimental transplantation and transplantation immunology at Tokai University School of Medicine, Japan. In 1982, Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah entered into wedlock with Renu Sahariah. Their beautiful married life had gifted them with 2 children, Rahul and Sonal.
I have spent a lot of time with him for a long time, like maybe some around 49 years. And I always found him very dedicated, very hardworking, and a very big gift of God to society. And I don't know how long he is going to serve society, but as I know, such persons, they rarely come on the earth, and they are meant only for society and for humanity. And I always pray to God he should survive for many more years and serve poor people and the society like this.
Not only as a doctor, but also as a dutiful husband and loving father, Dr. Sahariah has always been an amazing and admirable soul for his family.
He is an extremely supportive father. He constantly drives us to do bigger and better things in life. We can't thank him enough for everything he has done for us. He's an extremely dedicated professional with immense focus on his profession, on his serving his patients, and undoubtedly his scale of achievement is a big boots to fill in. Having said so, we wish him all the best for his future, and once again we wholeheartedly thank him for everything he has done for us, and we stand by him in everything he chooses to do.
Dr. Sahariah, as a professional, everyone knows how dedicated he is. But as a father, not many people know that some of the great qualities that he inspires us to be hardworking, dedicated, and commitment towards his work. He has inspired us, both his son and daughter, to be equally dedicated, committed, and hardworking in whatever activity or whatever task that we take up in our life. Be it our work, be it our dedication to society, or be it any sport or any of the hobbies that we take up, he has always supported us by encouraging us to be more focused, more determined, and to give our level best in spite of any obstacles that we have in life. So I wish him all the very best. May he continue to achieve many more milestones in his life and continue to dedicate his service to the society the way he has always been doing.
But Dr. Sahariah family is not limited to his house, but each and every survivor and their families treat him as a unique part of their family. Because as there is no cure for kidney failure, and the only solution to survive is to be on dialysis or having a kidney transplant. A doctor who does renal treatment is none other than God himself, giving a new lease of life. Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah undoubtedly holds that stature in the hearts of thousands of households across the country and even from around the world. The numbers itself show the determined efforts of Dr. Sahariah in undermining the ill effects, suffering, trauma, annoyance caused by chronic kidney diseases. There are n number of kidney transplant patients in the service of Dr. Sahariah, with whose lucky hand the lives of them transformed from despair to desire and triggered towards great destiny. Of them, kidney transplant patients from Mumbai and Pune, who were operated by Dr. Sahariah, got married to each other. This is the first incident in the country where two such persons got married to each other, led normal life, and also subsequently even gave birth to a girl child. There are so many such stories, inspiring and motivating, from Dr. Sahariah's journey as a doctor. After his first renal transplant operation in Andhra Pradesh, he continued his saga single-handedly, performing more than 4,000 such operations, which is perhaps the largest series by a single surgeon in the country.
I am Muralidhar, 65 years old. I underwent kidney transplant surgery in September 1990, almost 31 years back. It was made possible by the great Dr. S. Sahariah and team. Post-transplant in 93, we had a new addition to our family that may have ever been possible only with such a great doctor's support. I am happy, fit, and enjoying my life at its fullest.
18 চনৰ 13 ডিচেম্বৰৰ দিনা মোৰ কিডনি ট্ৰান্সপ্লান্ট হৈছিল আৰু এই কিডনি ট্ৰান্সপ্লান্ট কৰিছিল পদ্মশ্ৰী ডক্টৰ চহৰীয়া হায়দৰাবাদৰ কিমছ হস্পিটেলত আৰু সেই দিন ধৰি তেখেতে যেনেধৰণে এটা সফল অপাৰেশ্যন মোক কৰিলে আৰু তেখেতৰ গাইডত থাকি আজি মই সুস্থভাৱে মই বিধায়ক ৰাইজক সেৱা কৰিব পাৰিছোঁ আৰু মই যিখিনি এক্সাৰচাইজ কৰোঁ যে দিনটোত মই 10 কিলোমিটাৰ ওপৰ চাইকেল চলাওঁ আৰু দিনটো মই ৰাইজৰ সেৱা কৰি থাকোঁ যে কোনো অসুবিধা পোৱা নাই যে মই আগতে যেনেকৈ 2018 চনৰ আগত কাম কৰিছিলোঁ ঠিক তেনেকৈ আজিৰ দিনটোতো মই ৰাইজক সেৱা কৰিবৰ কাৰণে ৰাইজৰ কাম কৰিবৰ কাৰণে পদ্মশ্ৰী ডক্টৰ সৰ্বেশ্বৰ চহৰীয়া ডাঙৰীয়া যিখিনি মোৰ কাৰণে কৰিলে এটা সফল অপাৰেশ্যন মোক কৰিলে আৰু তাৰ পিছতো পোষ্ট অপাৰেশ্যন তেখেতে যিখিনি গাইড দি মোক আজি কৰ্মক্ষম কৰি তুলিলে মই তেখেতলৈ বিশেষভাৱে কৃতজ্ঞতা জ্ঞাপন কৰিছোঁ যে তেখেতৰ এই প্ৰচেষ্টাৰ কাৰণে আজিৰ দিনটোত মই সুস্থ শৰীৰেৰে কাম কৰিব পাৰিছোঁ আৰু মই নিজকে শক্তিশালী বুলি আজিৰ দিনটোত অনুভৱ কৰোঁ।
Dr. Sahariah subsequently resigned from the government job and started practicing at various hospitals in the city of Hyderabad. He has the distinction of initiating the renal transplant program in almost every center in the state of Andhra Pradesh, including NIMS, Apollo, CDR, Medwin, KIMS, Satya Kidney Center, etc. of Hyderabad. Dr. Sahariah holds the credit of initiating it in Bolinani Hospital, Nellore, CDR Hospital, Visakhapatnam, Pinna Manani Polyclinic, Vijayawada of Andhra Pradesh State, and also in various places of the country: St. John's Medical College, MS Ramaya Medical College, Bangalore, Sir Gangaram Hospital, New Delhi, JN Medical College, Wardha, Sure Tech Hospital, Nagpur, Maharashtra, Kalinga Hospital, Orissa, and many more hospitals. A long list in which the services of renal transplant program is carried. Downtown Hospital, International Hospital, Guwahati, Damani Hospital, Dibrugarh in Assam State are to be mentioned in this context especially. His home state has been always proud of its dedicated sons' precious services, which would otherwise have been impossible.
I know Dr. Sahariah since 1996 through my father-in-law, who came to him for a small surgery, and since then we know each other and we have been associated socially as well as professionally with each other. A great person, a gentleman by nature, and a thorough professional.
Dr. Sahariah holds the distinction of performing the first cadaver renal transplantation in Andhra Pradesh, in which the kidneys are removed from brain-dead donors and transplanted. He had also done the first laparoscopic donor nephrectomy in the country. He made possible nearly 200 cadaver kidney transplantation in Hyderabad, significant feat solely ever fulfilled by a surgeon in India.
Namaste everyone. My name is Padmaja and I live in Singapore. I have been diagnosed with kidney problem in March 2003 and I have been under treatment at National University Hospital in Singapore since then. As the functioning of my both kidneys started deteriorating gradually, I have decided to consult doctors at KIMS Hyderabad also since 2011. I was put under a medical team consisting of Dr. K.Raghavendra, who is a nephrologist, and Dr. Sahariah, who is an urologist. I have gone through many tests in KIMS along with my brother, who had come forward to donate kidney to me. As I was almost approaching dialysis stage, both the doctors have decided to conduct the kidney transplant on 6th April 2030. I still remember that day. Dr. Sahariah came to me and spoke to me as well as my brother and explained us the procedure and also gave me a lot of confidence as I was very nervous as I was approaching operation theatre.
He is acclaimed for performing en-bloc renal transplantation from an 18-month-old cadaver donor, considered to be the youngest cadaver donor in the country. Also, Dr. Sahariah successfully transplanted 2 kidneys from a 78-year-old cadaver donor, considered to be the eldest cadaver donor in the country. He performed 1,700 transplant operations at Mahavir Hospital, Hyderabad, which is a charitable organization catering mostly patients from underprivileged section of the society.
I am Hmal Somtwami and this is my husband, Vallal Haka. We are from Mizoram. My husband had undergone a successful kidney transplant 5 years ago at KIMS Hospital, Hyderabad, by Dr. Sahariah's team. In fact, I am happy to say that I am his donor and today he is doing really well. Me and my husband are grateful to experience great teamwork under Dr. Sahariah's guidance to make my husband's kidney transplant a great success.
Dr. Sahariah performed 5,000 surgeries for vascular access for hemodialysis, which includes arteriovenous shunts, arteriovenous fistula, and implantation of vascular grafts and placements of peritoneal catheter for continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis (CAPD) for patients with terminal kidney failure. His record of 1,000 organ transplantations at KIMS, Hyderabad only is a record by itself, for which he was felicitated with Legend of the Year 2019.
So I'm very happy on behalf of KIMS family to make him KIMS Legend and to honor him. It's the greatest pleasure for me and on behalf of all of you.
I think very few hospitals in the country you will see which can go in so fast and come to this level. I think all the credit, I should not say most of the credit, but all the credit goes to the Bolitani family, led by Mr. Krishna Garu and of course our MD Dr. Bhaskar Rao. I think they deserve a great applause for both of them.
Actually, Dr. Sahariah started at KIMS Hospital at Hyderabad in 2005 as one of the founder director and remained as vice chairman till 2018. Dr. Sahariah is the advisor and honorary transplant urologist to a number of prestigious medical institutes and hospitals throughout India. His exemplary stature made it inevitable for him to gain membership and hold certain positions in various medical societies. Some of them are membership of the National Academy of Medical Sciences, New Delhi, Fellowship of International College of Surgeons in the field of surgery and organ transplant in recognition of services in the field of organ transplantation, Fellowship of the American College of Surgeons, President of Indian Society of Organ Transplantation, Life Member of Indian Society of Organ Transplantation, Life Member of Indian Society of Nephrology, Council Member of Asian Society of Transplantation, Member of International Transplantation Society, Founder Chairman, Hyderabad Transplant Forum, Member, Editorial Board, Journal of Indian Society of Organ Transplantation, etc. Apart from his medical profession, his contribution towards society also is so innumerable and inquisitive. They include starting renal transplantation program at Guwahati Medical College Hospital, International Hospital, Downtown Hospital, all in Guwahati, and Damini Hospital in Dibrugarh to provide organ transplantation facility to the people of the entire northeast part of the country.
My family has a history of acquired polycystic kidney disease, and Dr. Sahariah and his team have been taking care of us since the year 1990, which is 42 years. He did my mother's bilateral nephrectomy and kidney transplant in the year 1993. He did my bilateral and nephrectomy and kidney transplant in the April of 2002. In April of this year, it will be 20 years since my transplant was done, and I had no kidney problems ever since. I have traveled abroad many a times after the transplant and was always supported by Dr. Sahariah, who gave me the courage to travel.
Dr. Sahariah is also constructing Asomi Hospital in Assam along with his friends. Dr. Sahariah runs a free oral polio vaccination program in collaboration with the Health Department of Assam. He conducted several medical camps in area of gynecology, dentistry, ophthalmology, general medicine, etc., where besides treating patients, the population is also educated about importance of prevention and early detection of various diseases. He also doctored a charitable organization, Northeast Care Foundation, NECF, at Guwahati 2012. This organization provides free basic medical services including free consultation and medicines to patients from the unaffordable poorer sections of the society. Recently, NECF has taken active interest in creating awareness about organ donation after brain death and conducted several meetings at various places of Assam state. Dr. Sahariah felicitated in procuring kidneys from brain-dead donor at Hyderabad for 2 patients from Assam to get the benefit of transplantation. They are the first from entire northeast part of India to receive organs from a brain-dead donor. Dr. Sahariah donated 2 lakh rupees to the Chief Minister's Relief Fund of Assam to support the flood victims of the state. Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah is a founder-president of Lutporia, the Hyderabad Assam Association, an organization started in 2002 with the purpose of having cultural exchange between Assam and present Telangana, and also help and guide patients, students, etc. from Assam and other northeast states who come to Hyderabad for medical treatment, studies or employment.
My name is Bimal Bhattacharya. When I was staying in Hyderabad 2000-2001, first time I met Dr. Sahariah, I was floored by his simplicity and humbleness. We formed a charitable organization to provide basic healthcare services to the downtrodden people of the Northeast. With that objective we formed, and we started in the West Baragaon, which is close to Lakra in Guwahati. Continuing in the same line, Dr. Sahariah wanted to provide the best healthcare facilities to the people of Assam, especially the poor people of Assam who are not able to come to different other cities of India.
Namaskar, মোৰ নাম মনোজ মহন্ত আৰু মই বৰ্তমান মাস্কা ডোমানৰ বাসিন্দা. My association with Padma Shri Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah dates back to the year 2000. He was always there whenever we needed him, whenever we needed his support. He never says no. Sahariah da always carried everybody together. Aru ami je kau, he is Hare Himojue, a true and pure Assamese. His love for Assam and for the people of Assam is second to none.
We are a small community here in Hyderabad, and one of the early migrants from Assam was Dr. Sahariah, who made Hyderabad his home. With the growing importance of Hyderabad, gradually the numbers started growing as people started coming from Assam for employment, education and healthcare. Regardless of the purpose, the single reference for almost everyone from Assam was Sahariah Dada, as we all respectfully address him. It was during this time, about 20-25 years back, that Sahariah Dada came up with the idea of bringing together all the people of us from Assam in Hyderabad under an umbrella and formed an association named Lutporia.
Our association with Dr. Sahariah dates back to early 2000 when we moved to Hyderabad, and over the last 20 years Dada has become an integral part of our life. He is a godfather to the Assamese people of Hyderabad. When we congratulated him when he won his Padma Shri, he brushed it away saying that it's all part of his job. Always humble and down to earth, Dada has never shied away from helping people.
Dada envisaged an association which would not only bring together the Assamese people living in Hyderabad, but also be a help to people travelling here from Assam for treatment. Under his leadership and guidance, the Assamese Association Lutporia was formed. The association helped bring the Assamese community together through festivals and events which were celebrated together.
The awards and achievements conferred to him do justify themselves for belonging to him. Kim's Legend of the Year 2019, Times Achiever of the Year Award 2019, Honorary Doctorate, Doctor of Literature, D.Lit from Guwahati University in 2018, Crest Oration and Gold Medal Hyderabad in 2016, Dr. R.V.S. Yadav Memorial Oration, Isot, Ludhiana in 2012, Mentor-Mentee Award in Transplantation Research at TTS Congress, Hong Kong in 2016, Lifetime Achievement Award by ISOT, the Indian Society of Organ Transplant, Downtown Excellence Award in Medicine in Guwahati in 2018, And above all, the Government of India recognizing him with Padma Shri Award in 2014 are only few mentioned and many more deserved. There are scores of publications of him about medical sciences, and Dr. Sahariah attended n number of national and international conferences and submitted papers of his research, study, practice and experiences of his specialization, which were treated as authentic in medical field. He also authored the book Living with Kidney Transplant, published by NACF in 2017.
Well, Dr. Sahariah, the world knows professionally as a very accomplished and skilled doctor, is also a loving father as well as a grandfather in his personal life. He is very hardworking and focused. So I wish him all the best in whatever endeavors he takes in future.
As Dr. Sahariah comes from a life of modest rural background with agriculture as livelihood, his nostalgic moments made him to become a farmer also and do farming, for which he purchased land in Shamshabad and is into agriculture. Dr. Sarbeswar Sahariah is a bonanza in the field of renal treatment. As a pioneer transplant urologist, stands high and creates an era of himself in his profession, can be called the jewel of Assam in the crowd of proud India.